back with the Floating Head Chronicles. Shout outs to Dr. Ajem for bringing this to my attention to dive into, as the trial is going to be starting December 2nd for Jamie Lee Komoroski. Now, pictured here is Samantha Miller and her husband. They had just gotten married and were leaving their reception, got into a golf cart, and were going to their hotel room when Jamie rear-ended them and caused Samantha Miller to lose her life. Her husband was injured traumatically, as well as like his brother and his nephew. Here's the good old mugshot from Jamie Lee Komoroski when she was arrested. And she did get out on bond less than a year after she plowed into the golf cart. She does have a monitor on now. As part of her release, she will be placed under house arrest in Charleston County in South Carolina with a scram ankle, a device on the ankle of DUI and high-risk alcohol clients that test the person's sweat for alcohol 24/7. Which is, I mean, they should be doing this for everybody. Now, at the time, Samantha Miller was 34 years old. I've seen it lists Jamie here as 27, but I've also read other reports as 26, so maybe she was 26 when it happened. But still, the girl, beautiful girl, just looks like she liked to party and was seen bar hopping around. The husband did go after each bar because it was clear on camera footage and everything that she was overserved, and they were still serving her knowing that she was highly intoxicated. She had been day drinking throughout the whole day at different bars. So a partial settlement was reached with several businesses. So these are different places that she had gone to. Look at all these different bars. Like she was day drinking. She was out living her best life until she wasn't. And this is why we tell people, get Ubers, get somebody to drive you that's sober. Don't ever get inside of a car after day drinking, especially if you're having multiple and you're not eating food. This is so tragic all the way around. Like this here in the pink is Jamie, you know, at her best. And it's just sad. Like looking through her Instagram, you could see like she's a beautiful girl, really just fucked her whole life right up. Then you look at Samantha Miller, like, Lord, was she beautiful. On the best day of her life, literally leaving her wedding after having the most amazing time. I'm sure of it from the photos. It looked like a great party. And this happens. Like heartbreak all the way around. I wanted to show you guys this so you can read. She was thrown from the golf cart, and the other ones had serious injuries. There are photos that you can see. The husband looked pretty beat up in those photos, and I'm sure we're going to see or hear more about it when court starts on the 2nd. But 65 miles an hour in a 25 mile per hour zone with a blood alcohol level more than 3 times the legal limit. When they got there, she refused the breathalyzer, and she's telling the cops that she doesn't know what happened, that something just hit her. Like, girl, Miss Ma'am, yet you hit somebody and ruined the bride's best day, turned from the greatest day in the world to the worst day. Nobody wins in this situation. It's all the way fully sad. It makes my heart hurt that this is the last moments when everybody's giving them that farewell, sparklers. They're on cloud 9 of the great. They're on their way back, talking about what an amazing day they had, what an amazing wedding it was, full of fun and laughter, and boom, in a couple seconds, ruined. So now even when you get these photos back, you look and it's like the best day and it's all you have left. And everything in your life as you know it has changed and altered. Like, makes my heart hurt so bad. Such a beautiful bride and groom. They look so happy, and I hope everything, we're going to see how everything works out. I still have a lot of questions, like, where were they? I was trying to look it up and I went down a rabbit hole, but I couldn't find like the exact spot where they were plowed up. Like, were they in a crosswalk? Were they on a like how and what like, did she run into them? We're gonna hear more, I'm sure, because I love to start it from the very beginning and kind of watch along the way and see what's factually presented besides the hearsay. Because if you look at all the news articles, you get a little bit of different, and it's like what's real and what's not. I don't know, but we do know whatever's factually presented to the court is what we have for evidence. So I'm curious on this case if you guys have been following it or if you have heard anything. What are your guys' thoughts? I definitely am invested. He was talking to the hubby because he loves him some golf, and this was also something that he was like, "Oh, this is interesting." So let me know in the comments, guys, and rest in peace to Samantha Miller, and prayers to everybody involved because this is a huge tragedy.